How's it going, everyone? Another Scam Sam update. This time, there's good news, okay? There's actually a lot of good news. So, apparently, the FTX advisors, basically the lawyers for FTX, they have a proceeding happening in Delaware. It's a bankruptcy proceeding. So they told the judge there that the firm actually found, okay, $4.6 billion in either cash or crypto assets, and they're looking to liquidate the asset, maybe handed back to some of the people that are owed money. FTX attorney Andrew Diedrich told Delaware bankruptcy judge Don Dorsey, this judge is different than the judge in the Southern District of New York. So two separate judges. FTX attorney tells the judge that there's still cash missing. Well, surprise, surprise, in what is owed to customers, of course. And all that, the amount is unclear. And FTX has a new CEO. This guy's name is John Ray III. Now, this guy's working to clear things up. Lawyer told the judge at the hearing that it has identified about 120 billion transactions that had been sent on the fallen crypto giant's platform. That's a lot of transactions. Here's the suspicious part. Another weird coincidence with these judges. I don't know what is going on with these judges, but on Wednesday, at the start of the Wednesday's hearing, it opened with the judge actually announcing that he received a letter from 4 U.S. senators urging him, appropriately so, urging him to appoint an independent examiner into the whole fiasco. The 4 senators, in their letter, they said that the FTX lawyers may have conflicts that would make it difficult for them to conduct an independent probe. Now that actually makes sense considering the first judge that allowed SBF to go home and have his cushy house arrest, right? That judge, her husband, advised FTX, and only after she allowed FTX to go home for the holidays, only after that, despite the conflict of interest, she recused herself, but only after letting him go. Now back to this judge. This judge, Dorsey, said the letter by the 4 senators would actually not influence him. Okay, he added, "It is inappropriate ex parte communication. It will have no impact on my decisions." I mean, what a joke. So these new assets found by the FTX lawyers, magically, right? All of a sudden, they have a book value of $4.6 billion. And why did it take so long for them to find this? That is a curious question. Now, all this comes just days after the DOJ actually seized those Robinhood shares, valued at $460 million. That, of course, Scam Sam was looking to basically cash out. He needed that to, pay for his lawyers and stuff. All those shares and an additional 20 million bucks from the UK brokerage firm ED&F Man Capital Markets. All that stuff was actually captured by the DOJ under criminal and civil forfeiture warrants. Now, what's funny is that the new CEO of FTX, Ray III, he actually also filed a petition to actually freeze the Robinhood shares so that it could be returned to FTX under his management. Pretty interesting. Of course, that didn't work out. Here is another example of Scam Sam being just a sociopathic liar. This clown just did an interview with Puck News. I can provide the link below if you want to check out the whole interview. But to summarize it, he actually made claims that were completely disproven to begin with. The guy who interviewed him went to the family home, actually, to do the whole interview. And I gotta say, what I don't like about the interview is a little sympathetic. So, kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But anyway, so he claims in the interview that he skipped meals and lived on a jar of peanut butter during his little short stay at the big crazy jail in the Bahamas. And of course, he struggled. He struggled with the diet restrictions put forth by the prison because guess what? Scam Sam is a vegan. So liar, liar, pants on fire. Scam Sam says that his vegan lifestyle choice prevented him from consuming much of the food that's offered to him in jail, and henceforth had to resort to peanut butter sandwiches instead. Poor Scam Sam. Oh, poor little guy. I feel really bad for him. Anyways, don't feel too bad. He only spent about 10 days at the jail before being extradited to New York. On top of that, he was not with the general population. I made a video about the whole tour of the jail, and it's squalid, it's horrible, it's not fit for humans, so it has been said. But Scam Sam was not in the general population. He was in basically kind of a hospital ward wing of the jail. So after 10 days in jail before being extradited to New York, but of course the big lie comes in because, right, despite him being vegan, reported that his parents, multiple reports that his parents would call, especially his mother, would call the Bahamian prison to see if she could arrange special vegan food for him. So clearly there are accommodations being made for Scam Sam specifically. On top of that, his parents were actually photographed entering the Bahamian jail, right, with bags from upscale fancy grocery stores. Fresh Market, that is a nice supermarket, upscale grocery store, sells organic foods, right? So during this interview with Puck News, boom, the guy just can't help but lie and lie and lie. Scam Sam tells Puck News, right, that he did not feel ready to publicly process his thoughts on his prison stay. Ah, boo-hoo. Adding that he seemed to have experienced some level of trauma. Oh, God. Poor guy. Poor Scam Sam. Oh, my God. Cry me a river. He was actually meant to stay in jail until February the 8th. That was the extradition hearing. But he struck a deal with the prosecutors, got the hell out of there before reaching the general population. So that was it. He was interviewed next to Stanford University. More reports on Scam Sam and, get this, his lifestyle spending choices. So it seems like he was living it up. Lavish lifestyles. Well, surprise, surprise, right? Some of those expenses were revealed in court documents. He spent so much money where he was living, despite not reporting any customer revenue at all. Granted, all these lavish spendings are actually nothing compared to the billions and billions of dollars that are basically either missing, gone, stolen, borrowed, who knows. But it provides a big clue into the sociopathic psychology, into the mind, the frame of mind that someone like Scam Sam and Caroline Ellison have. And all these reports, they're coming out of the FTX's bankruptcy proceedings, reported by the Insider, Business Insider. Culprit, the main culprit, FTX Digital Markets. That's the Bahamian entity where all this stuff was filed under. Again, despite not reporting zero customer revenue, it really had zero issues spending the hell out of customers' money. Of course, one of the main culprits of these large expenditures were hotels, right? Business hotel expenses. Nothing but the best for Scam Sam. All luxury hotels, of course. $15.4 million. That's what the bankruptcy proceedings show. Here's the funny part. Of those $15.4 million, $5.8 million alone were spent at the Albany Hotel, this oceanside resort with its own yacht marina, of course, and golf course. Only the best for Scam Sam and his associates. So $5.8 million alone in Albany Hotel. Now, if you do the math, they could only spend this money between January and September. So if you do... If you do the math, 9 months, 5.8 divided by 9, that gives you roughly $644,000 per month. Per month. Insane. Psh, nothing but the best treatment for Scam Sam and his family, all right? They got the royalty treatment. They blew $3.6 million at the Grand Hyatt, which was also the hotel that hosted the reception for Prince William and Kate. Right? The Princes of Wales. Like I said, nothing but the best for Scam Sam. So according to tech tracking site GrowJoe, for the bankruptcy, FTX had around 1,300 employees. If you do the math, 9 months, that means they spent $12,000 per staff member, okay, just on hotels across the 9 months. That's insane. In total, for those 9 months, $6.9 million was on meals, including catering services. That's a lot of meals. If you do the math on the $6.9 million on meals, that comes out to $777,000 per month on food. Insane. And there are reports that Scam Sam, just on himself, $2,500 for lunches, okay? Now, I know that vegan food tends to run a little bit more expensive in restaurants, but come on. $2,500 his employees, which if they were hungry, okay, maybe they weren't getting the $2,500 fancy lunches like Scam Sam, but they had $200 a day DoorDash food delivery available anytime. Plus, of course, private Uber service. Apparently, working at FTX brought out basically all the perks you can possibly think of. Only the best for Scam Sam and those around him. It's estimated that just on DoorDash alone, they were blowing $15,000 per day. Per day. $15,000. Other perks, they get free groceries, bi-weekly massages, full expense trips to any of the firm's offices around the world. Around the world. Free expense travel around the world. There's another report that gets even crazier. 3.9 million, 4 million bucks basically, was spent on private flights. So Scam Sam had to have prime delivery apparently. You know, that's how important Amazon is. With those $4 million, he hired a private plane, private flights to go from Florida to the Bahamas just to deliver his Amazon packages. Why did they pay for private flights to deliver the Amazon packages? Well, after the offices moved from Hong Kong to the Bahamas, well, they couldn't get their packages because Amazon doesn't deliver to the island. That wasn't just for him, of course, the Amazon package, also his employees. Of course, all this money blown. They're in trouble. Now, Scam Sam has to sell the luxury penthouse at the Albany Resort. $40 million gone. Look how happy Scam Sam looks. Look how happy Sam looks. Pretty funny. So his penthouse gone for sale. Poor guy, you know. But anyways, just a peek into the lifestyle, the lavish lifestyle of Carolyn Ellison, Scam Sam, and the rest of the crooks at FTX. That's the life of a crook. Maybe you should have learned something from Ruja Ignatova. But anyways, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Smash like if you haven't, and please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Do you think that you have been able to pull this thing off without your mathematics degree, or it has been the pillar of your trading activity?
Yeah, absolutely could pull it off without my math degree. Use very little math. Use a lot of like elementary school math, like arithmetic, probability, but not really any of the advanced stuff I learned in college.
Right, right. So I see those abstract math classes are not required. Okay, okay.